people who want to learn violin, they have to start learning when they're a baby. And they give, like, I went to school with a guy, Caleb, and when he was a baby, they gave him a Kleenex box.
So you worked at a night?
I heard that you did that. You and Karen went? Yeah.
That's him.
Wow, he can play.
Yeah, well, he's got a major in musical composition,
Oh.
and now he's in Enwell. Masters in musical composition. Oh, I don't know if he would want you to film it.
Her place is smaller than ours. Yeah.
Fires out in the Ganges River and it actually burns in the river.
Oh, yes. I've seen it.
But we've got some good plans. Okay. Yeah.
Good.
Looks like she is now. I didn't know all of this was here.
You gotta keep your eyes open. It's called Little Red Door Cafe. I think that's turkey. Oh, awesome. This is a good one.
Did you try it?
I can't wait to
It's
try
good.
it.
And it's very good, Karen.
Good. So good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, I tried this stuff at work for a couple of lunches. I had to test it out, right?
And then you get those cheap.
It's actually a gun.
Beer with a rubber band.
Being swaddled. Thank you. Sure. Yeah.
Hey, Steven, long time no see.
David. Nice to see you. I see you too. How you doing? How about you? Good. Yeah. Recently finished school for IT.
But, I mean, I don't know. Robin might have a little story. Let's get a little story from Robin.
Okay.
An anecdote, even.
An anecdote.
Favorite sayings, even.
Well, let's see.
Kathy knows a whole bunch of that. She'll say something.
I think it's
You got that book, right? Yeah.
I wanted to, well, one of the things I learned from Mom that I wanted to mention was gardening.
Yes.
Because it's like I would watch her in the garden, gardening, and you just watch by, you could learn by watching, and that's the reason that I am a decent gardener now, is because I learned because she was.
You nurture your own.
And she must have learned it from, let me see, would it have been her mother?
Yeah.
I guess
Yes.
so. Out of necessity, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And for Dad, I got to say, I never learned mechanics, car mechanics, repair work, because he didn't show me.
Too
And,
complex,
Maybe that, I don't know if that was on purpose. Maybe he didn't want me to be a mechanic, because I was going to school. I got as far as university, and he never did. I think he dropped out.
Grade 8.
Grade 8, was it?
Ish. Yeah. Our equivalent.
But he never taught any.
Do you recall seeing his writing with a pencil? He'd write with a pencil, and it was kind of like printing, and so he did go far in school. Mom, I'm not sure how. She must have finished high school in England.
The equivalent was called art school.
Art school.
And it would be like vocational school in our terms, perhaps. She did blueprint reading. Blueprint
Wow. That's my theme was that we are rich now. We're richer because we had our parents teaching us things, whether they're doing it deliberately or just by example. You just do something and you see them do that, and you know, and then you learn it. So we have grown richer because of the things that they taught us. I'll probably think of more things to say later.
Well, we're going to meet at my place after, okay?
Well,
so, yeah.
There's no reason why you can't go around the table 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
My goodness, yeah. Okay, who has another thought? Anybody else got some interesting anecdotes?
Yeah.
Michael has his hand up.
I've got a few.
Okay, go for it.
Step
I
forward,
want to hear from Michael.
where the camera can
He's
hear you.
thinking. He's thinking.
All right. So I've spent a lot of time thinking about this moment.
clearly what follows are my own opinions. Your experience may vary. It's personal. It's all personal.
Absolutely.
When a person dies, it's a good time to reflect on your own life. When a parent dies, it's a good time to examine how your own life was shaped by that person. Robin has a lot of sentiments, and I agree with all of them. They're all in here, okay? But I've spent some time, a lot of time thinking about some stories and things that happened in the past. How would Mom want to be remembered? Well, this is a good question. Would she even think her life is to be celebrated? Well, you have to think about stuff like this. I can only go by what happened to her, my interactions with her, and how she raised her children. This is a time to review her life and learn from it. Good stuff and bad stuff. Okay? She truly felt her worth to the world and her children was what she left as an inheritance. This was incorrect in my mind.
Really? I think so too.
It didn't occur to her that if she left nothing or millions, we wouldn't think differently of her.
Right. Yes, bad.
Yeah. Her life was a simple one, and the truth is that her worth to the world was in her children. Period. Celebrate her by celebrating your own life and how far you have come. I think she did not really have a happy life all of the time. She was only lightly educated and blossomed only during World War II. She would have been about 18 or 20, a young girl.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we all like to be that age? Post-war Britain was a miserable place with rationing of goods and limited employment. After 3 children, her state was so bad, she gave up one, and we all left Britain, heading to Canada. Things looked up with more steady work for Dad and a house purchase, albeit in a farming area outside of amenities. The theme of being remote continued with many house moves to areas where there was limited bus service. She walked far to buses and never learned to drive. She was too afraid to handle a car and depended on Dad to get her around. Perhaps you know of the driving school debacle.
2 times.
Oh, the young ones know. She suffered with him, always dependent. I remember as a small boy in the back seat of the car, this is before your time,
Okay, interesting.
in the back seat of the car, Dad getting so impatient with Mom slowly getting ready from the house, ready to leave, that when she got in the car, he roared off in reverse with her door still half open. Even then, I made a mental note not to treat women that way.
Yeah.
I learned.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad had little formal education. Dad read a lot, and we went to the library weekly. Mom, of course, had no time for that. The familiar refrain from Dad with a discussion with Mom generally included the phrase, "Where did you hear that?"
You have to say it in his way.
It was said contemptuously.
Yes.
Yes.
It was clear she was not respected. So the next time you say that phrase, and I've heard it, the next time you say that phrase, mocking Dad, okay, remember how she was disrespected. Learn from this. They weren't good at communication. It took decades for me to find out the truth behind the ill-fated Cape Cod vacation. I was about 16 years old. Sisters would be about 5. Off we went, the 5 of us, on a week-long vacation to Cape Cod, Massachusetts, driving.
I want to see witches.
We had no sooner got there than within a night or two, we were all ordered back in the car with no explanation, and Dad drove nonstop all night back to Hamilton. We all suffered in silence during the trip back. We arrived at sunrise, first of my life. Nothing was said about it. How did Mom cope? Well, she'd just conjure up another phrase of hers, "I'll manage." Heard that?
Yeah.
This is a phrase used when no solution acceptable to her was available. There was no compromise by any party, so she gave in. Is that what you want to do? So communicate. Without communication, she was prone to making things up if she didn't know the answer. I suppose it gave her peace, but it took a long while to figure out the truth of the situation if you just asked only her. I learned frugality from Mom. I figured out, though, that you should put your money into the right things to make you happier. I learned right from wrong, despite years of our stealing the farmer's fruit. Go figure. Stories are legendary. She put gardening in my life by putting me in charge of the vegetable patch at an early age. Quite a step up. I was lieutenant. I learned to be sensitive to people's feelings, despite Mom's reputation for foot-in-mouth disease. Take a moment to enjoy your favorite of Mom's faux pas. No, got none?
We all have.
Don't make me say anything, and I'm not. We should all learn the value of education, despite their gender bias towards their children. They were of a different age. Insert sigh here. I learned the value of exercise as she aged in front of me. A shout out goes to Jacques Lelaine,
Oh, yes.
who showed the value of exercise when you were in your 80s and 90s. Also, Barbara,
What?
to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Listen, listen, listen.
I didn't hear anything.
Who sets lofty goals and shows supreme dedication to those goals in his 3 different careers.
True, true.
And if you don't know,
Yes.
champion bodybuilder, star actor, governor of California.
Right on.
All right? Determination and goals.
Never too late to learn.
Mom taught independence, but so much so that friends were never part of her circle, perhaps acquaintances. I suffer from that deficiency too. I know there are other people at this table also. She was finally liberated when she purchased her own home by herself. That was her happiness. Her life's trajectory can be summarized by another quote from her. The happiest times of my life were during the war. It speaks volumes, doesn't it? It's really another faux pas, since she completely ignores the birth and raising of her children. Or is it? Her marriage situation was never discussed. I praise my mother for raising me with values, for raising me despite bleak economic conditions. I was never hungry. There was a roof. I was educated and thrived. She did the best she could. We'll all remember her with her own stories. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, Mom, I thought taught us, like Michael said, independence. I thought, especially for me, I like that. I was able to go off to Alberta and prosper there, and like he said, we also were taught to be frugal and to put our money in the right areas. And because of that, we all have houses, and the kids can learn from that to really save your money, because the house is something you'll always have. And I don't know, Dad.
What's that?
Dad was the entertainer.
Yeah, he was entertaining. Yeah, he didn't teach us a lot, but he entertained us. He was always good with jokes and stuff. And he was a very quiet person, but he was always there if you needed advice.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
Absolutely.
That was help, and supportive when he could be.
You know, he actually was able to contribute when you needed it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Money wise.
Yeah.
You know, a surprise little gift of a packet of money.
Yeah,
it would happen.
Yeah, he would give us a little money.
Yeah, just when you needed it.
Yeah,
you
I know,
do.
eh?
I
Yeah.
didn't get any money.
Oh, sorry. That was private.
And I did.
You shouldn't have said anything.
You got a vegetable patch.
Might be only $100, but you were commandant.
You got a vegetable patch.
No,
You got the vegetable
there you go. I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
I was commander of the vegetable patch.
Actually, yeah, when I bought my first house, Dad
Yep.
gave me
I
$2,000
heard that. That
towards
was
the
really
down
good.
payment, and I
Yeah.
absolutely insisted on paying it back.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah, yeah.
wanted to have your own house, but he wouldn't let me pay it back. But
Wow.
yeah,
Good for you.
from there, and yeah, so they taught us a lot of, like I said, the right and wrong, and independence, which I thought helped us get us through our life. And we all own our houses to this day because of it, and we can pass all this good virtue and stuff on to the kids.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, they did good. They did good.
Well,
I'm done.
Mom was ever present, obviously.
Oh yeah.
As it's the thread that shows, and we are celebrating her at this time, but we're also celebrating Dad because, well, although he went 22 years ago, never been forgotten.
Oh gosh, no. It was too funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's quiet but funny.
Oh, he's the humorist of
Yeah,
the family,
yeah,
I'd
well,
say.
he would
Come
help.
out and have all sorts of and I know people are thinking about the stories, the flying turkey or the the fire extinguisher incident or things like that. But and he always had little nuggets, and he was
Yeah.
good. But my favorite time was helping him. And although I was very involved with Mom before, he passed, I was always with him in the workshop.
Mm-hmm. He liked that.
It was favorite.
Yeah, he liked.
My favorite.
Yeah, he liked you being there.
I guess that's why it made me the way I am right now. I can be self-reliant more than I should be sometimes. We'll interpret
Been
the
there,
word-
done that.
We'll interpret
Yeah.
the word independent later again. We all have our individual ideas of what independence is. But always remember that although you might have independence, and if you interpret that word incorrectly, that you really should try your best in your comfortable zone to reach out to other people. Mom's regard, Mom and Dad both had their ways. Their parenting ways were completely different. If not sometimes aloof, you still, by example, learned what you had to learn. And in memory of them, I can look at a tool without thinking about Dad. Yeah. And thinking about Mom, I can't go into the garden without that.
Or when you make custard.
Or custard, whether it be hot or cold. I know my choice.
Wiggles.
Who would like to say anything else? Got any memories of Grandma?
That was fun when Michael mentioned our escapades with the farmer's fruit.
Oh my God, yeah.
We did that.
Because Mom needed raspberries.
Okay.
So she would send us out, Michael and I, right, with a bowl each, and go into the raspberry patch, which belonged to the farmer next door. And said, "Did you fill me those bowls?"
I heard they were 10 o'clock visits, but
Well, we did it during the day. We elevated. Daytime.
Oh, you did daytime
Oh,
parades?
yeah. So we got bold.
Ray.
So,
So she's kind of like the mafia boss here, and we're being sent out to do the dirty deed,
Yeah.
right?
dirty work.
Yeah.
Well, I must have graduated because I pretty much only remember, it's not quite true, but I remember the 10 p.m. at night raids for pears, peaches, and apples. The three of us come back with like shopping bags full of stuff, okay? And you think we were like, fruit people.
Yeah.
You could invasion of the fruit people.
Yeah.
You know?
He should have bothered to steal the bushel baskets too.
That weren't our orders.
Okay, not the orders.
We had to suffer.
So, but they went out. They were the gang leaders. They went out at 10 because
Yeah.
it was dark.
Yeah. I see it as a kind of extension of the frugality. They wouldn't waste things.
Right.
I mean, doesn't Mom use tea bags twice, maybe 3 times?
And Dad did too. I remember seeing his tea bag from 7 o'clock in the morning when he went to work,
Yeah.
squished up so badly, and Mom would use it afterwards for 8 o'clock tea.
That probably comes from the war.
Absolutely.
Where they
Also-
didn't have.
Yes, and they were
As
born
much.
during the Depression.
Absolutely.
Too, so they had nothing.
Yeah.
So you had to learn to do it out. But that was good for us
It was
because we
still
learned to
good.
save and not waste everything. And,
So they were saving money by
Yeah,
appropriating
twisted
fruit.
way, yeah. Twisted.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
Can't
a strawberry
break
pie
a-
for supper.
Can't break a good method.
Never mind, the farmer was losing money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, but he was rich.
Yeah. So,
I don't know. I never heard of a rich farmer.
A misnomer.
yeah, we never seemed to go to the little market there and buy his
Oxymoron.
Oxymoron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rich farmer.
Yeah.
That's a good
I
one.
know.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know if Remi and Avery remember, but I know they had some good times with Grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that Grandpa used to teach Remi all sorts of things. He was a really good teacher. Actually,
Yeah,
Dad
he
was an
was
excellent
good with
teacher.
Remi.
He taught me to drive.
Oh yeah.
He
did.
told
Taught me
me,
too.
okay, this is how you park, showed me, we went through it. We did a few nights, maybe a week of driving.
Mhm.
He said, okay, you're ready.
I know.
Take your test. Okay,
Do
we
or
didn't have
die.
graduated licensing.
Yeah. Do or die.
And within 3 weeks, I had my license.
Yeah.
But he was a good teacher.
Yeah, he taught
I
me
was a
too.
good student too, but I mean, he was a good teacher.
I definitely have a story from my side.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Go for
Well,
it.
ever since I was a little kid, but I remember going to Grandma and Grandpa's, many of the different houses from St. Catherine's and onwards. And, we had done stuff like they had kept me in the living room while basically they pretended the Easter Bunny was around trying to hide things, and we'd all try to look for him and we'd never catch him.
Yeah.
But they'd always be around. They're always, from what I remember, they're always very nice people. You know what I mean? They were. We did things together. We explored together. And I even have a story from my brother. My brother says that he remembers when Grandma made rhubarb pie. He has never tasted any kind of pie since then that would even match that.
She grew her own rhubarb. Yeah.
Yeah, he specifically Chris specifically remembers the rhubarb pie.
So nice. Aw.
Yep,
I grow
to this
rhubarb now.
Oh, so it wasn't the farmer's
So why?
No,
Yeah, the farmer's
it's
rhubarb,
not the
yeah.
farmer's
Yeah.
rhubarb.
Yeah, we learned to grow our own
Visits there were very eventful. They had
yeah.
the fox skin and the cactus that was
the
always
fox.
there.
Yeah,
Yes?
the fox, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you remember. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that's great.
That stuck.
It was really
stuck his
memorable
head.
events, and I appreciate them having them in my life.
Oh, good. That's right.
Thank you, David. Thank you. Yeah, they were good teachers, and they
Absolutely.
were a lot of fun.
I remember sitting on Grandpa's knee as he taught me how to use a fly gun specifically to get flies.
Oh, he would do stuff like that.
Yeah.
He would sit Remi on his knee and say, okay, here's a bunch of newspaper.
Oh, yeah.
Take these scissors. Go for it.
Yeah.
And just keep,
Learn
and okay,
something.
so he's about 3
Yeah.
or younger.
Yeah, he was big with Rick.
Dad, what are you doing? Teaching him to use scissors.
Take the scissors
Okay,
away from him. Yeah.
there's something wrong with this
I remember
picture.
that, yeah.
But nobody he was ever protective. And
Was he trying to teach him with the scissors? Just
play with them. Cut out coupons.
just to cut
Just don't learn to cut yourself.
No, it was just a fun thing to do. Well, he could only sit at that time anyway, so
Sick then.
but you know what? He just involved himself no matter what. It didn't really matter how he felt.
Mhm.
And
Oh, thank you. Well, I don't.
is that your glass
No,
there?
it's okay.
Pass me another.
I don't remember much about Grandpa. Grandma and Grandpa,
You were
them
young.
both being in the Navy, they're not the reason why I joined the Navy myself, but they're a strong component in me and why I'm still, well, not why I'm still in, I just joined, but why I know later on in my career why I'll still be in there, because there's a sense of pride knowing there's family members that were in the Royal Navy, and Canadian Navy's got like a strong relationship with that.
That's
So
true. We do.
and that's the reason why I decided to wear my uniform today.
Oh, excellent. Yes.
Thank you for the nod.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Lovely gesture.
They would appreciate it.
Oh yeah, they would love that. Yeah.
Very proud of you.
They'd be very proud of you.
You gotta get more stories going first. We had a little cucumber in his aluminum. It said keep cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the cucumber.
yeah.
Yeah, right. The little, oh yeah.
Still around, is it not?
I still have it.
Oh,
Cucumber?
yeah.
Keep cool.
It says
Okay.
keep cool.
Yeah,
It just-
Be
it
cool.
was said
big.
keep cool
Yeah.
as a cucumber.
Yeah.
Yes, it was in
Where did he
aluminum.
get
Though it
that?
looks
On
like
the
a
dash.
pickle.
It was on his dash.
It looks like a pickle. but
Yeah, it actually looks like a pickle.
Yeah,
like
it's a
orange
badge.
boots, I think.
And he's
Yeah.
pointing.
It's silly looking.
What he did was he glued a piece of metal, or maybe it was magnet to the bottom of it, so that he could make sure that it stayed on his dash. Actually, the reason why for that, and probably people, no one knows, obviously. So he had high blood pressure, and he was under a lot of stress at work, and there was reasons for that stress. Another worker, a subordinate that he was trying to bring along that was, not towing the line. Okay, so he had a lot of pressure with that, and so all that culminated, and he had ended up going to the doctor. So I don't know where he got the pickle from, but he didn't want to take the pills for blood pressure. So he put this cucumber on the dash. It was there for a few years. I didn't know why, and then I found out, he was stressed. It was just because he was stressed, and it was a reminder. And that's why it was
cool
there.
as a cucumber.
Cool as a cucumber. Yeah.
I remember early on when I first met Joyce, when she lived on Armory Street, she would go downtown by herself and she'd have a coffee. And she would say, I just love looking around and seeing people enjoying themselves. I thought that was so rich because, she was on her own. She could have wished she were with someone, or I don't know. But just thought, I like to look around and watch people enjoy themselves. That was very giving. And she, I know she liked dancing. I like dancing, so that'd be a good person for it.
Mom and Dad, when they met, it was at a dance, wasn't it? Or no, it was the ship. But they did go to a dance. So there was,
Phone.
it was initially by phone.
First recorded case of phone sex.
Phone.
Just made it up. Forget I said that.
No.
It had to come out.
Can't forget it now.
It's on video.
Yeah, it's on video. It's forever on there.
But there was a phone call.
It was a phone call. Yeah, that's right.
Video
That's right.
recognize that. It's in our minds.
Yeah.
She loved to go dancing, but no, she didn't like just dance with Dad. I mean, before she met Dad, she went out. What she called it, tapping.
Oh, tapping.
Yeah, and they would go dancing. Yes, yeah. And there was the big party before the D-Day invasion and all that stuff, and they had tickets to this dance.
Such fun, eh?
Yeah, and they went to
And
dance.
she also said she liked marching.
Yeah, passion fruit.
Yeah,
She'd been a wrench, she liked marching.
yeah. Isn't that funny? And when her last march was about in 1995-ish. No, not that late. Maybe 1990. And she did the Battle of Britain parade out of Toronto with the Wrens. She assembled a Wren uniform as close as she could get. She borrowed a cap from somebody and marched with the Canadian Wrens.
Yeah.
Oh, she's very proud.
And she took herself to Toronto to do that.
Oh, she's determined to go.
She used to take the bus to our place by herself.
I know,
Scary.
to my chagrin.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, scary.
Yeah.
Get there or not.
Yeah.
And that she would go out walking with her walking stick from Willoughby Manor.
And
Yeah.
that's right. And actually, Karen Schramm, she should be mentioned. A good friend. I didn't realize how much of a good friend. But she misses her a lot. She remembers Mom going across the park on Orlando Drive when she lived at Five Corners in Niagara Falls, her own home.
Yeah, her neighbor that had the dog.
That's right.
Yeah,
And which I just visited a couple days ago.
Oh, that's nice.
And she says, I remember Mom, Joyce to her,
Yeah.
carrying her purple chair.
Her purple chair. It's just a little fold-up camp chair. Everywhere she went, everywhere. So she'd go across to the park. There I'd see her sitting there, or I'd see her with her walking stick, and they were just synonymous with her, because she took those things everywhere. That's what Karen Schramm remembered of her, but she remembered her as a really good friend, and she missed her a lot.
That's so nice.
I gifted her via mom bequest some pictures that her and Karen had shot for in Niagara on the Lake.
Oh.
That's mom singing.
Yeah, you got
a gift.
You got bird do on.
Oh, shoot.
Here.
It's supposed to be good.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, mom would say, "That's good luck."
Yeah,
You know that. Anyways,
whatever.
Break a leg?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Karen misses her very much, and actually, I've shared an email with all of you about her sentiments. So yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't think it was
She
too
misses her.
Yeah, put some water on it. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Go on, drown.
Oh,
it.
Dab,
There
just
you
dab.
go, bird. That must
That's
be
supposed to be
flip
very
the
good
bird.
luck.
Is it cherries? Cherries, Robin? Is
Oh
it cherries?
God. Yeah.
Is it
You
cherries?
could press cherries into your hair.
No.
Do you want me to
That's
go
not
take
what
a
we're
look for
saying.
concentrated wet wipes and stuff?
Yeah, there's wet wipes.
Well,
I
maybe
think
we
I
should.
should. Baby wipes.
It's all right. We get some more ideas.
Yeah.
I guess I'll wash
Got a
it.
rock?
Yeah,
Little white spot there. See that?
I'm gonna
Fix it some more.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. It's gone. Flew away.
Oh, now the damage is done.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Wait, no, I'm holding on for Mom. I don't want her to soak Barbara.
She might.
Just wash her hair right here. Give her some wine for
You've done such a
flavor.
nice job with
Try with
your
wine.
hair.
Wine is a good thing to remove.
Well, I have to wash it again tomorrow. Well, this is the comedy relief potion right now. Okay, the white's on. Okay, there you go. Typical of our family, eh?
I didn't take a picture.
Yeah.
I noticed about Grandma that in the last few years she started getting
No, but if I-
There's actually a moped. Like,
close to everybody.
Sentimental.
Sentimental. Yeah.
Like,
You're right.
You go around wreak havoc like you
Like,
steal ice cream from
Never,
and stuff
never
like that.
really heard Grandma say "I love you" until just last year.
I'm so glad you brought
Yeah.
that up because
Never did with us.
she didn't say that, but she said that so many times to you
Yeah, yeah. I think she
and
had affinity
express
for
it.
for
And
This year, so many more, and last year was just once, and the first time.
but I'll tell you, when she was in the hospital, she said to me, and she was like quite advanced. Okay, we're talking only 2 weeks before. So she said to me, she says, "Oh," she just popped her eyes open, and she was like, "Intent, very intent and intense." And she said to me, and she was like looking right at me, "Karen, do you love me?"
Oh.
Wow.
And it was like, "Mom, I've told you over and over. Yes, of course we do. We all do. We might not say so, and you might not say so, but we love you very much," as I've said over and over. But it was important to her to be felt like she was
Remembered, really.
remembered,
I think
loved,
her case
needed,
remembered. Yeah, needed love. Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
And she
Because she had trouble expressing it.
she had trouble expressing it,
Yeah.
and she wanted to know.
That's
It
important.
was so nice to hear because I didn't really have a doubt that yeah, she loved everybody, but
Remi, did you say
never
something
did
before
express
too?
it.
Did we miss something that you said?
Just in the past years, I noticed that she'd start saying these.
I love you more. Often.
Yeah, yeah. Like last year was the
That's so nice.
first time
Yeah.
that she said it to
That's
herself.
But you knew.
Yeah, sure I did.
That's nice to hear.
But it's just nice to confirm it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember Avery saying, I don't know, just a year ago, when he was leaving his grandma, saying, "And I love you so much."
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
It shows that people don't say what they want to.
Right.
You don't say it often enough
I've
either.
never heard a young person say
Very good
They
observation.
they might want to say something, but it just never comes out
You're right.
because they might be afraid of it, or
Yeah.
they haven't talked about those things before,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, well, that's another thing we
So-
need to learn
so
from.
Don't be afraid of talking about something, and I'm very guilty of it. I'll shut up and not say anything.
Barrie,
a
you
lot of
haven't
lessons.
spoken, and I know you have a lot in your head, and you've expressed a lot.
Well, you know, every time
I
I'm
know.
out fishing, I can think of her, but actually, you know, sometimes I almost get the feeling that they're not really gone at all.
Yeah,
No, they're around all right.
that's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Barrie, if it makes you feel good, okay, if it makes you feel good, maybe they aren't gone at all, because maybe a little bit of them lives in all of us.
That's right.
Absolutely. Yeah, I applaud that.
That is right.
Awesome.
Good point, but they're not gone.
Okay then.
So do you
Not
think,
at all.
think
So-
Karen and everyone
I've
has
been
spoken
through
now?
too much of
or-
that.
I think so.
If you want to see what she looks like, just look at me.
Actually, look at me. I'm the one who looks like her.
Wait a minute. I think Rob wants to reflect on that one.
What about me?
Take it back.
I'm the favorite of the family.
You know, I don't remember the beard, but maybe
Yeah.
this is a memory.
Maybe it's
Maybe it's us.
Yeah.
got the glasses.
The glasses
Oh,
are
yeah,
white.
there's mom. There's mom.
There you go.
Does anybody have anything they want to reflect on? Anything else particular? But we can talk more. That's not the end, obviously. Okay, then well,
I see Grandmom and Kathryn
Oh, yeah.
a lot.
in who?
Me.
Oh,
Especially the
yeah,
eyes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm the favorite. I'll admit it.
Yeah, we all do it.
Honestly, it's a little bit you, but it's
Oh, we all
more
look-
so
we
in
all look
more so
alike,
in her.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you.
I saw a lot of Dad in you
Okay.
because of your
Okay, you know
humor. And
Yeah.
I think you've taken a lot of inventiveness and humor. Dad was a creative person. He was. And a little off the wall. And you can be somewhat.
Oh, he's
in
definitely
a good
off.
way.
In a good way. Oh,
And
absolutely.
creative.
Yeah.
And he was. And so you're. I just saw you.
Okay.
Him in you.
All right then.
Last night.
Yeah. So.
Now, with all that reflection, I guess we can all just go down to the river, as they say.
Down to the river.
And we have some special things ready for
Do
you.
we?
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Oh boy.
The crazy
Mom and Dad are going to take their journey right now.
Oh,
Yeah, this is their journey.
stuff.
Remi, no, Remi. Avery, I'm sorry. You two, I want to take a picture of you. So I'm going to send this to Uncle Drew in the United Kingdom.
Oh, Barrie would probably do that.
Right here.
You can send a picture.
Actually, you should send
Take a picture
a
of Avery
picture
for
to
Sarah.
Uncle Great Michael, Great Uncle Michael, as well.
Is he
Well,
We'll
he's
just send it to Avery, then he can move it around.
yeah, you can move it around.
Oh, okay, this is great. All right. And tell me one more time, your rank is acting
Sub-lieutenant. Yeah.
acting
Sub-lieutenant.
sub-lieutenant. Okay. This is terrific. Okay.
Baby officer.
Terrific. Okay, excellent. Okay, that's good. He's gonna like
as
this.
well.
I don't
Did
smile.
you get one?
I'm not good at smiling.
That is
It's
wonderful.
very pretty smile.
Acting sub-lieutenant.
I just looked past everybody because there's too many cameras.
I've already sent him a couple
So I didn't
pictures.
look at any of them.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Thank you.
You could do it too. Oh no, you can't.
No, I don't have my phone going yet.
Oh, yeah, the phone. Yeah.
See, you're missing out, Robin.
There's a rock. There's a rock. Watch the rock. Tell people to be careful.
Okay. Rock.
The older people.
Right.
No, it's not me.
There's older people there. Well, if you want to just follow the path towards the chairs.
Yeah, I know, right? Shows lint all over.
Next time you'll know. So I don't know which one would be better.
Oh, what is this? Dark green. It's not any better.
When she was a schoolgirl, many children in England did, and it's been well, a long time since she remembered it. She actually recited it to me only a few years ago, after like 95 plus years of knowing this, and she still remembered. So this is the hard copy of it here. And because, sorry, something went wrong, please try again, happened. I can't do the YouTube video, but you continue.
It sounds better if it came from you.
That'll be fine. I would like you to try to continue to look at it.
Do you
but
have data?
I have data. It's been, actually, this video has been said by the actual original poet, John Masefield. And it was recorded, I'm not sure, it was probably around the 60s, 70s. He passed away in 1976. He was born around 1898. And there is an actual voice of him saying this poem, but I'll read it out right now. So this is Mom's favorite. I must go down to the sea again, to the lonely sea and sky. And all I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer by. And the wheels kick,
and the wind song, and the white sails shaking, and a grey mist on the sea's face, and a grey dawn breaking. I must go down to the seas again, for the call of the running tide is a wild call and a clear call that may not be denied. And all I ask is a windy day with the white clouds flying, and the flying spray and the blown spume, and the seagulls crying. I must go down to the seas again, to the vagrant gypsy life, to the gull's way and the whale's way, where the wind's like a whetted knife. And all I ask is a merry yarn from a laughing fellow rover,
and
quiet sleep and a sweet dream,
and a sweet
when
dream
the long trick's over.
When the long trick's over.
Very nice.
John Masefield.
She remembered all that.
She actually remembered this. I did video it. I'm still looking for the video.
Right they are.
Isn't that amazing?
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
That's
for
a
her.
long time ago.
It is a long time ago.
And it meant a lot to her.
Yeah.
So we have one special item here.
Just making a worried.
Yes, avoid, look.
We've shared this wine, all of us, and
You? So I just told him there's glass
Are you sure?
right there.
Is that not
that
a
looks
piece
like,
apart?
that looks like a beer bottle to me.
I have a wine here that we've all shared, and Mom and Dad are going to take a trip. Their eventual destination is England.
I'm going to touch the bottle. Okay.
And on it goes.
Barbara, you taking pictures? You want to go out to as far as you can?
Go as far as I can.
Yeah, you can.
Can I just go up a bit here?
I feel shocked.
I feel like our parents are pushing me.
That's the glass.
Right over because the land goes down. Ready?
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye, Dad.
Oh, that's good.
The journey starts.
Yep. Yeah.
To go out to the ocean.
Yeah.
You want
Wow.
to try this?
Sucked up by a
that's good.
power.
So now we have something that will float along. We can all see and say goodbye to as it goes. Mom and Dad on their journey.
Whee. Oh, that's good. All right, there you go. Okay, look at that. It works.
Back to whence they came.
Hey.
And you have some more ashes you can scatter in.
And now, if you would mind passing me. Here we are. And pass me Grandma, and you take that one. I'll take the other one. Here we are.
Just throw that in there. You could put down a handy put You're stepping on my foot, which is on stone.
Find the mud.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's better over here, Michael.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, now I see it. Yeah.
Oh, Karen, don't do that.
Whoa.
There's,
You're going to be
there's
baptized.
a little deep spot here. Dad's
Yeah.
helping you.
I would fall
That's
in.
as far as I'm going. All right. Throw it.
Wow.
There you go.
If anybody can spot the other floating.
Yeah, they're there.
It's way down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doing great.
I see the bottle.
Yeah, they're still doing good. Really
We have to
good.
go down to the falls now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Karen's on your bum. It's probably all over her. Go get it.
No.
Karen, some on your butt.
Yeah, you have.
Grandma on
You have.
Yeah, grandma on your butt, yeah. That's grandma probably, yeah. That's funny.
Oh yes, that's.
I have Grandpa.
You know,
Calls in.
Avery, when I was listening to that poem, somehow I thought that's highly related to everything you're doing.
100% Navy.
And maybe that should be something that, turn it into a song, and a drinking song.
I
know?
like the sound of that. When you're out on
Supposed to like that.
your 360 tour.
Okay, now who brought the towel?
I remember that. You told me.
I think Emily has a towel.
I'm all right. Don't worry.
All right.
My wet
Uh-oh.
Well, it was quite exciting.
There goes the,
Yeah,
SS Hilborn.
that's a good one. SS Hilborn. Yeah, both still floating.
you still see the,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're both there.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And they're together.
I hope
Yeah,
they get
cool.
caught up on that little edge there.
Yeah, yeah, I hope not.
well, they're on their own now.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, we'll take them back.
Biodegradable.
Bring them with
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Put them in that bag there.
You can put them in the front yard. Yeah, that's what
There's
they
one up by the
Connection, eh?
picnic table.
Well, maybe let's play it at the house. I can probably play it at the house.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Thanks.
Robin, how's
Dad
the
likes to be the
work
paper
going?
bag, doesn't he?
It's working good.
Huh?
Dad likes to be the paper bag.
I don't think I have pants
Is
on
he?
mine.
I think so.
Stick this in first.
Exercise very seriously.
No. Put this over here.
Good job, Beans.
There.
Yeah.
That's even easier.
So I want to ask everybody.
You're shaking, man. You're shaking.
I didn't actually observe from a distance, but is that cloudiness?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's them.
that's Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's not cloudiness.
And where'd that come from? Somebody else.
They're both together in that. So. I see the bottles though.
Yeah.
Oh, aren't they delicious? Springtime?